Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video here on my car channel. So my last Lincoln Town Car review has been many years ago. So here I am, and I thought today's a good day and I film another Lincoln Town Car review, and I have a nice location. Look at that. I'm at the Olympic Park in Park City here in Utah, where the Winter Olympics were held in 2002. I think you all remember that. So the ski jumping was right just behind there, and yeah, I'll make a little video about that as well for my other channel, so if you're interested you can go ahead and watch it. Back to the town car. The town car, one of my favorite cars. So this town car here, I bought it in 2012 and it's an 07 model. It's the signature limited trim, and if you see some spots on it here on this canvas top, that's because I just went to the car wash. There was a big rain shower coming down, and so I went to a car wash before filming the vehicle. So this car is mostly stock. What is not stock on it is the dealer installed package with this top here and the gold lettering all around the vehicle, then the chrome here and the chrome here on the fenders, but everything else is stock on the vehicle, as well as the wheels. So the town car is a car that gained a lot of popularity in the last couple years. I mean, it was grandpa's car, nobody liked it, and now last couple years a lot of people like it, a lot of YouTubers like it, a lot of young people like it, and of course a lot of older folks like it as well. And I made a video of that, about that as well, that I titled Most Reliable, Extremely Reliable, so go ahead and watch that. What do we have here? Under the hood we have 4.6 liter V8, very popular Ford engine. A lot of vehicles in the Crown Victoria, the Grand Marquis, of course the town car had it, and I believe this one makes about 239 horsepower, which is not the world, but which is pretty adequate to drive. We'll open the hood in a second. Then these wheels here are stock. These are the stock chrome wheels. They are pretty good for the age, but they're starting to corrode here. See, they're flaking off. So I'll have to think about what I do when that gets worse, because I will definitely want to keep the car and want to keep it in the best shape I can. The tires are 235/60 17s. So 17 was pretty standard back in 2007. By the way, this car in this package cost about $47,000, and with the dealer installed accessories it was a lot more, but I don't know how much it was since I'm not the first owner. But it was a pretty pricey car back in the day. Not as pricey compared to a different type of luxury vehicles, but still pretty pricey. So I like the design of the town car. I mean, it's old-fashioned, it's classy, but it's kind of elegant. I really like the lines of it. See this one that comes all over the way here, and then you see this, how it slopes in. It's just nice. When you just look at it for a short while you may not notice it, but when you look a little closer it really is a sleek and elegant design. I mean, you can see how the lights there come up on the side. It's kind of cool. I think it. And what's your favorite side of the town car, the front or the rear? I don't know what it is. I used to say the front, but I just start liking the rear of the vehicle more and more. So it really is a pretty car. Now the Signature Limited did not have the fog lights, which would have been here. These only came on it was the Cartier, then it was the Ultimate and the Designer. They changed the names, which I don't think is a good idea. That package had the fog lights. Signature Limited was kind of a top of the line model back in 07, but not with the fog lights. So far, much about that. Okay, there's a truck coming. Hope they don't park just next to me. Hope they don't. Let's look at the trunk. Has an automatic trunk, which is not a big deal nowadays. Back then not many cars had that, and just ignore this, it's just wet from the car wash. So very spacious trunk, as you expected from a car like this. Old style trunk. You get a lot of suitcases in here. The only thing is you have to lift them up over that very large bumper, so that's not as nice. There's a button you can switch the air suspension off. It has rear air suspension. There's an emergency release for the tank, and the spare tire and the jack and everything is behind there. So other than that, there's nothing under here. There's of course lights in the trunk as well. And I put a new license plate frame on, and it rattles when I close the trunk. I'll demonstrate that. Not that I'm proud of it, but I have to find a solution. You hear that? That's no good. So I have to fix that. Okay, where are we at? So that's the trunk, very spacious. The release for the gas cap here is inside the door. And here's your gas cap, and this is just one that you have to screw on. There's no lock on it, but this is locked when the vehicle is locked. And there's your sticker. It tells you what gas to use. There we go, it's locked. So let's have a look at the engine real quick. The release is here, and it's not like the new vehicles where you pull twice. Here you just pull once. And there's this little handle that comes out, pull, and it stays up by itself, which is nice. And these links here, they are still pretty good too. So sometimes they get old and then they just get droopy and the hood keeps falling down. These are still pretty good. They hold it pretty well. Okay, not much to say about the engine. A 4.6 liter is well known from the Crown Vic, the Grand Marquis, over decades. I mean, it's just a really bulletproof, reliable engine. And I'm sure if you want to have more information, there's a lot of videos about these engines. This engine here is untouched, never had any major issues, never had any repairs done. I changed the fluids, got a new battery, a Ford battery, and that's about it. So very good engine, and in my case, yeah, extremely reliable. Never done anything with it. So a couple stickers here for you to look at. And this car here, I used to drive it more often as a daily driver. Now I just drive it for fun, but it's been in the rain and the snow out there, and as you can see, it looks really clean. I take good care of it, and it's just unbelievable how good it is, how clean it is. Gold emblem here. Alright, that was the engine, and we'll start it in a minute so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that right now. No, let's do the rear view mirror, what I'm talking about. Let's check the back seat for a second. I'm gonna close this. Look at the doors. They're not really skinny doors like a lot of cars. There's a shuttle bus there from the Olympics. That's kind of interesting. Those Winter Games shuttles from 20 years ago, they still are around. Like there's one there, and there's one that drove this down. It starts raining again. That's too bad. Okay, here we are in the back seat, and the back seat is very comfortable. The leather is very soft. It's fairly clean. I have kids sitting here. It's a little dirty, and I didn't detail the vehicle. I just climbed in and drove off to make a review because I knew it's usually in a good shape. There's anchors here for car seats, for child seats here. There's an anchor up here. So this one here has like a comfort setting. When you get out of the vehicle, it comes back, so it's easier to get out, which just sucks for the rear passengers. Now that we talk about that, let's go to the topic of the long version, the L version. People love the L version because it's longer, and it means there's more room in the rear seat. That's the only difference. Do I need it? Not really, but would I like it? Yeah, I would like it. I mean, not that I drive behind myself, but look at my legs. I'm kind of hitting there. I still have room, but I'm hitting a little bit. And yeah, it would be better in the L version, but still, it's a pretty comfortable place here in the rear of the Lincoln Town Car. Now the doors sound solid when you close them. They have, of course, power windows and an ashtray with a light, so you can sit in here and have a smoke. And there's a little cubby down here. So that's what they have. They have a handle here and a map light, and the handle goes up slow too, see, so it doesn't slam your fingers. And of course you have your belts and a little middle armrest here with some cup holders. They're not very useful, but that was the thing back then too, to have this style of cup holders. Yeah, so they have a little rubber in here so your can doesn't fly out, and you have some vents. That's I think that's it about the rear seat. So let's go to the front. Okay, so here we are. Let's start the engine. Put the key in. No button here or anything of that new stuff. Just put your key in and turn. And there you go. The car starts. My seat moved up. And it tells me that the door is open, which, yes, it is. Let's go around it. Hear the noise of it. It's pretty clean underneath as well, and it runs really quiet. Back inside the town car. All right, what do we have here? We have some fake wood in the doors. We have, of course, our handle to open the door. We have heated seats on 2 different levels. We have memory seats, and here's our seat adjustments here, just like Mercedes on the inside the door. Mirror adjustments, power lock, this is to block the windows so that we can open the windows. And there's a little cubby here, and it's not my favorite thing. It's a good idea. It's really deep. I can barely fit my hand in there, but this is kind of flimsy and it can rattle a little bit. Mine doesn't rattle too much though, hardly at all, but still. We have the parking brake and the release for the parking brake. So this is the pedal adjustment. You can adjust the pedals up and down. This is the interior light adjustments to go from dim to bright, and you can also turn your interior lights on with this. And then your light switch, all pretty standard. This does not have fog lights, and you know, it's just standard stuff in here. Other than that, there's nothing else. Passenger side has no memory seats, but power seats and heated seats. No heated steering though. No heated steering wheel, but this is real wood. Proud of that. So real wood. Your stock here has the windshield washer and the turn signal, and you can flash your brights with it and turn your brights on by pushing it backwards. Steering wheel has some functions. Some functions here. These are for your cruise control, and this is to go to the next radio station, turn your volume up, and go with your temperature up and down, you know, make it cooler or warmer in your car. The gear shifter is here, of course, and you can turn the overdrive on or off with the button. So when you do that, you can see the light come on. This is the dash here. Yeah, not much to see. You can rev the town car. It doesn't sound fantastic, but there's worse. And of course we have some buttons here with some info to show. Average fuel, we went down now because I was idling a lot, to 22.8. Let's go in fuel economy. It shows you the fuel economy while you ride. It's, I don't know if it does a good job. Probably not the best. There's a timer you can set, not sure why you need that. Then we have nothing for the person who wants nothing. Then we have the mileage, 46,567.5 miles on this car. We of course have a compass. We have turned southeast, 0 speed, 0 miles per hour right now. And then we have trip 1 and trip B, trip A and trip B. And we have 210 miles to empty. Okay, so for about that, we have a nice clock here, nice design in the town car. They tried to make it look a little more classy. We have our vents here, they open and close. We have a material here that feels like metal, but I think it is plastic. What else do you have? An ashtray with a cigarette lighter, which still works. So this one has rubber in here, some rubber in there, probably for coins. So let's put the car wash coin in there. There's a little cubby here, is it? Yeah, there's a little cubby there, see? So you can put something in there as well, and you can put a pen in here, you know? Or if you smoke, or you can put an extra cigarette in there. I don't know, I don't smoke. So cup holders down here, and they are not the biggest, but they're okay. And if you take them out, you can fold this up and close this off, and there's some leather on that seat as well, same as the leather on here, which is real leather, stitched. And of course all the seats are real leather. They're very soft and very comfortable, so it's a nice place to be. This here folds up, and then you can make this a little third seat. There's a belt down here, pull out, and you buckle it, right? Not there, of course not there. You buckle it on another belt that you pull out on the other side. See, it's in there, it's pushed in here. Let me pull it out. Oh man, where is it? I can't get it out right now. It's pretty tight in there. Yeah, I got it here. There's the belt where you buckle in. So then you can have a third person sit in the front here. Who fits in here? An adult? Only if it's a short, tiny adult. Otherwise, a kid, you know, for a kid it would work out to put a kid here. So then this here opens this way and this way, which is kind of cool. Now, glove box has my registration and my Lincoln books in them. Original Lincoln map here. That's in. Look at that, where it was bought. So yeah, everything is still in here. All the books are in here, and I have a video on the books as well, where I show all the original Lincoln books and what came with the car when it was brand new. Now, I didn't buy it, but I bought a good one from the first owner with all the information and all of the original equipment with it. So nice glove box. It's covered in some soft leather-like material as well, which is not leather, but it feels like it. This here is soft touch, plastic but soft touch. This here hard plastic, this here soft touch. So all in all, the whole, let's see, I would say the whole interior feels good and looks good. Let's say it that way. Not my favorite color, but we're not talking about the colors here. But how does it feel? I think it feels good, looks good. It has one light here, and in the visor, and map lights up here too. So feels good, looks good. Yeah, I think you feel like you're in a nice car, feel like you're in an older vehicle, but it's not like it's completely outdated. So it's a wonderful vehicle. If you are someone who wants a comfortable vehicle, drives a lot, but doesn't drive up in the mountains or on the snow, or, you know, go ahead and buy a Lincoln Town Car. If you want to go fast and pass all the time and speed, probably not the right vehicle for you. If you live up, like I said, in the snow up in the mountains, probably also not the right vehicle for you. You can do it with some good winter tires, but I wouldn't recommend, you know, why bother ruining a nice vehicle like this. So other than that, the AC works really good. It's now 79 degrees. It was over 100 when I left at home, so really cold in here. You can switch to degrees Celsius, so 26 degrees. You can switch back to Fahrenheit, which is a nice touch too, and I know they do that for the Canadian market, and if someone has it in Europe, it comes in handy as well. Then do this, shows you the seats, the interior temperature. It's set, it's dual settings for each section, passenger and driver, and you can do this and it shows you the exterior temperature. Automatic setting, all off, and then your usual settings here. The rear defrost. It comes with a cassette player and with one CD player. The higher versions of the Town Car, not the higher versions, but there are some trim levels. They had in a little display here and THX sound with a better subwoofer and more speakers, and that one had a navigation system in as well. That would be tempting to get that, but the navigation would be so outdated it would really suck. But the nice speakers and all that would be good. Speaking of the speakers here, there's a subwoofer system in here too, and it sounds good, you know. I think I only have 4 speakers inside the vehicle though. There's one on each side here, and then we have one back here. Where is it? There's some back there, and we have some around at the back as well. So we have some speakers in here, but I think with the THX sound it would sound so much better. So I'm not sure what the dude on the skateboard there does, but he's kind of annoying. Yeah, the mirror dims by itself at night, which is nice. I have these mirrors are heated, and I believe this one dims at night too, but that one does not. But I'm not 100% positive on that, so please don't quote me on it, but please correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm right, so let me know. All right, I think I covered all of it. I will go for a ride now, and so you can see what the Town Car looks like when I'm riding in it. Hey, stop. I also forgot something else. I forgot to mention Ford's version of the keyless entry here, and you probably already knew that. Push in a code and it opens the driver's door. Push in another code, it opens the trunk or all of the doors all together. It's been around for many years. My old 92 had it, so still thought I would mention it. Alright guys, let's drive. One thing I forgot to mention earlier when I filmed the car outside is this car comes with the halogen lights, halogen low beams, high beams, cornering lights, and also halogen turn signal, and also halogen tail lights. And everything is halogen on this vehicle. I added some LEDs to it. Watch the videos if you're interested in it. And you had the option to get the Town Car with OEM HIDs, xenon lights, but they are pretty rare. I haven't seen many of those on the road. So all halogen on mine, and enjoy the rest of the video. So I am now driving in my Town Car, and let's talk about a driving impression. So what can I say? By the way, enjoy the scenery here. It's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, back to topic. What can I say? It's just a really good way to ride in this car. Now, seeing the turn come up here, you can tell that the Town Car was not made for the racetrack. I mean, it leans in the turn more. If I had to just quickly get out of the way, it would sway. So you gotta take it easy in the Town Car. You have adequate power for normal driving, for road trips, for city driving, for any situation. You know, it really is not an issue, but the handling is not the greatest, so be careful. Now I'm going 70 miles an hour now, and you see I mastered that turn just fine. It's not that dramatic either, but compared to newer generation vehicles, yes, there is a difference. Compared to a Mercedes S-Class from back in the day, yes, there is a difference. But you need to know that we're talking about a town car and not about a Mercedes S-Class. You paid a lot more for that, so we're good. The ride is smooth. I do feel some bumps with the stock wheels, but not too many. I would say the ride is very smooth and can compete with luxury cars from back in the day, and even with many cars from today. I would dare say it's even more comfortable than many cars that we have on the roads today. So big plus there. If you need a nice, cushy, comfortable ride, the town car is the vehicle for you. If you compare it with other vehicles that cost more than twice as much back then, like a Mercedes S-Class, you know, Rolls-Royce, of course these were more comfortable, no question. So that being said, the quality of the interior, we talked a little bit before. While riding, there is nothing that rattles in here, nothing. It is quiet, and I so enjoy that. I have new cars that I checked or that I owned, and they started rattling, and the plastic, you know, according to the temperature, rattled more, rattled less. It was just little chirps, little rattles, no good. This car here, no chirps, no rattles, nothing. Now, these pockets here, they are known to be a little noisy sometimes, depending on how you put your arm on them. Mine is good. Mine barely makes any sound. See, I put my arm on and off, you can hear maybe something, but not much. So really good car if you like a car with no rattles in the interior. The brakes, I don't want to do a brake test here on the road, but the brakes are alright. You know, they're not like super good brakes, and I go OEM on this car, you know. So with the OEM equipment, the brakes are good, but they're not like overwhelming good. You know, I think if something really happens in front of you, you gotta be a little careful with this vehicle. Of course you have ABS, but you gotta hit the brakes hard, and you gotta be careful how you try to avoid the obstacle, you know, because the handling plus the brakes, it shows its age a little bit, you know, but still it's a lot better than other vehicles. You know, there's some cheap vehicles out there, they have worse brakes and they don't handle that great either, and sometimes they even cost more and they're a lot newer. So great job for Lincoln there as well. The comfort of the seat is good. I never had any back pain or any sweaty back in here. It's always been very comfortable seat for me and for my size. I'm not saying I'm big, I mean, but I'm not super short, so if you're taller, seats are comfortable. That is great. We talked a little bit about the tech in the vehicle. You don't have a nav system and all that, you know, unless you had the OEM one, but you know, you gotta make do. You gotta just use Google Maps on your phone, and their navigation system is actually really good. So just use that when you travel in your town car, and you'll be great. Do I miss the big screen from the Tesla when I travel, go on a road trip? Yeah, sometimes I do, because it's nice to pull up restaurants, to see where the next gas station is, the next charger is, see a satellite picture to find a good spot to stop, you know. It is nice, it can be really handy, but do I need it? No. Do I want to go back to good old paper maps and pull over and put the map on my lap? No, I don't want to do that either. But thankfully, we're all in a world right now where we have smartphones, so we can safely stop and look at our smartphone, or we can just put our Google Maps on and the navigation from Google on while we drive. So that works too. I think that's about all to say about the ride. There's no drone in here. You barely hear the engine. We're riding now with 70 miles an hour and an average of 24 mpg. I'm not sure if you saw it there. It was 100 degrees to right now 90 degrees outside. AC is working pretty hard, so that's about the average you get. And this is not just freeway, this is also stopping in town and going slow roads as well. So 24 I accept. That's a good mpg for an older vehicle of this size with a V8 powered engine. So yeah, that was it, guys. I hope you liked my review of the town car. You probably have seen the very old one from I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. Now there's a new updated one. Enjoy it, watch it again, share it, tell me about your town car in the comments, tell me what I said wrong, tell me what I could add to another review next time, tell me what you want to see. I hope you liked it, and to help my channel, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and please come back for more town car videos, or come back for videos of my other cars. You've probably seen them: the Shelby GT350, the Tesla Model Y long range, the Ford Explorer, it's a platinum version, and then my S500 Mercedes, which is a 1999. It's a W140, the last one they built. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and when you're driving out there, always be safe. Take it easy.